Hello, Chinese translator. Please do a quick test. Okay, thank you. Hello, Hong. Please say something to test. Okay, thank you. Hello, Sarah. Please say something. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
We are ready, Master.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. We are here today at DTT, Dharma Territory Temple, to do our weekend Pureland assembly. So I'm glad to be here. It's been a while. What a nice temple. It's the first time that I come to such a clean and well-kept temple. A few details, such as you don't want to store things around where they don't belong, such as, that box right there under the altar, it doesn't belong. So it creates visual distractions. That's not necessary. Same thing in the table there. It's better you move it to the back, behind the wall there. So that it's also, this is an adorned altar, so we keep on adorning it instead of loading it with things that don't belong. Okay? I'm also very proud to have this temple here that in the past I called Master Z as I am peace. You draw near him, you feel peaceful. You let go of all your anger and your afflictions. But so what is a temple? I like to call this temple little Anyang. What's Anyang? Anyang is a name, a Chinese name of the Western Bliss Pureland. Western Bliss Pureland is also called An Le. Okay, peace and bliss. It also called Anyang. Okay, it just came to me this morning as I was doing the ceremony with you. So what's Anyang? Chinese-speaking people. There's a few Chinese people here. Please help us out. What does Anyang mean to you? What is the name Anyang in the Chinese culture and Chinese Pureland literature? What does it mean? No one knows? Yesterday there were a lot of Chinese-speaking people at Go Forest. Today they all disappeared. What happened? It's good weather today too. Look, the sun is shining, which is not a commonplace thing here in this area. This area usually is foggy and cloudy because there's a marine layer not too far from here. There's an ocean, and there's a very thick marine layer that keeps on being pushed over here. So today is such a treat to be in a nice place with such pleasant weather. So what does Anyang mean? Yes, ma'am. Number 3. I just looked up. Very good. You see,
Yeah, I can't.
don't be shy.
So.
This is all the quizzes and tests are open book.
Okay. So it says peaceful, quiet, support, provide.
Peaceful, quiet, support, provide. Okay, that's a dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah? What about the Buddhist dictionary? What does it Anyang referring to? So as a word, Anyang is a word in Chinese? Okay. Support. What? What was it again?
Quiet, provide, and peaceful.
Support.
Just as you mentioned.
Quiet, provide, and peaceful.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Makes you feel that.
Okay. So what does Anyang in the Buddhist dictionary mean? Support, quiet, peaceful, provide. Anyang, 我. No Chinese-speaking people would like to take a chance? What does it say? Buddhist dictionary. Before I speak, I just make things up as I talk to you, so it's best I check with the dictionary first.
So, Master, in the Buddhist dictionary, it says, 为西方极乐世界之译名，如安养国、安养净土、安养世界. So it's another word for the Western Bliss Pure Land, such as the Anyang country,
Anyang, yes.
Anyang Pure Land,
Land.
Anyang world.
Yes.
Such of the above are the examples. 于此极乐净土中, so you can 可安心养生，故称安养. So you can feel peaceful, have a peaceful mind, and 养生, maintain your body.
Nurture your body.
Yeah, nurture
Take care
your
of
body.
your body.
Yeah, in the
Because
Western Bliss Pure Land.
The opposite of here in our Saha world, we really don't take care of our body. It's not priority for us to take care of our body, right? Over there, it's to be peaceful in the mind. Yang is take care of the body, whereas here is kanran. So this is where we are able to endure. So the nurturing, the taking care of is not the emphasis. Peace and bliss is not the emphasis. So that's the difference between the two worlds. So here we have turmoil, we have anarchy, we have a lot of afflictions. Over there, it's peaceful, meaning that the mind is rarely afflicted, and love is blissful, so we're happy. Here we're not happy. There's so many things that make us afflicted and unhappy. And over there, we are unloved, so you have blissful, you're happy inside. And also anyang is also a reminder that you also are you're there to nurture the body. Okay? So this is a mini anyang in a Saha world. You come here and you join a small world of anyang in order to prepare yourself to go to the Pure Land. And this is a Pure Land temple primarily. In Gulf Forest, in San Jose, I designate that area as for Chan. Okay, it's the nature of the needs. Over there is Chan. Over here, we chose to propagate the Pureland Dharma door here. And that's why you see these 3 statues. From the 3 sages from the Pureland: Amitabha Buddha, Wanchiyin Bodhisattva, and Great Strength Bodhisattva. And so when you come here, it's our hope with Master I Am Peace that you will be able to do anya, to prepare yourself to go to the Pure Land. This is not the Pure Land. It's a mini Pure Land, meaning that it can never be equal to the Pure Land. Of course not. Pure Land's a lot more adorned, a lot better for us. But this is where we prepare ourselves to go to the Pure Land. How? You said it. By to go there requires you to have to have the qualifications to enter. Okay, very much like in Catholicism, before you get into the heaven, you have to go to the pearly gate, where the men there, some kind of goddesses standing up there and say, you cannot get in. Same thing, a similar thing in the Pure Land. You must be worthy to get into the Pure Land. So we need to make ourselves worthy to go to the Pure Land in many ways. So one way, of course, Buddha said, and this is how Pure Land is practiced throughout the world, in our world, is that we plant Pure Land blessings. It's not explained often enough that you need to have so many Pure Land blessings to make it there. Very much like if you want to live, what's a nice area here? I forgot the name of the neighborhood. I read it recently. Very expensive neighborhood, like $30 million homes, properties. What? You making faces? You never heard of it? Okay, see, you don't belong. That's my point, okay? And so there is a very expensive neighborhood in San Francisco by the name, some kind of, I'm sorry, it escaped my mind, okay, where it is so expensive that you cannot afford to go there. You simply don't have enough money to go there. Same thing with Western Bliss Pure Land. It needs so many blessings. Incredible amount of blessings. And since day one, I've been telling people, look, for us to send people up in the stratosphere and going down, okay, which is nowhere near the distance from here to the west, okay, until we reach Western Bliss Pure Land, which is very, very far, 10 billion galaxies away. Okay, so for us to go up and down with SpaceX and with these, even this international space station, okay, go up and down like that, it costs us about $500 million to go this close, up and down. And just imagine, if you had the technology to go to the Western Bliss Pure Land from here to Amitabha, from here to Amitabha Buddha's country, Buddha land. If you have the technology, what do you think how much you would have to pay for the fare, the airfare, the ticket? See? So That right there is a reminder, a reflection of something that you can not possibly buy with money alone. It has to be blessings. Okay? So it's so important for the Pure Land practitioners to be reminded that you need an incredible amount of blessings. Okay? And that's why one of the ways we generate blessings is to recite the Buddha's name. Okay? It creates tremendous amount of blessings as well as eradicates countless obstructions to our Pure Land, to our rebirth to the Pure Land. Because it takes two. You need to have blessings. You also need to take care of the obstructions that stopped you from going there. For example, there are people who like to come to our temple. I hear this so often on Master Hsuan temples. They take time off. They make arrangements for the children, the younger children, to be taken care of. The women, they make sure the husband has food to eat, okay, for a few days, and buy the ticket, reserve the hotel, because these people, they don't stay in small temples like us, okay. We're not comfortable enough, and they want the privacy, and so everything is set, and then. But on the day they come, there's so many problems that happen. Okay? And that's the nature of the obstructions. When something is good for you, something that will help you, liberate you from your afflictions, your sufferings, they will come. Your karmic obstructions will come and stop you. It's that scary. Okay, it's just a warning for you, just a glimpse. So, for example, when I first started practicing a long time ago, over 2 decades ago, I heard stories about Master YongHua. And there's something like that, where this lady here was living in San Jose, and she decided to drive to City 10,000 Buddhas. Okay. I'm a lot more relaxed nowadays. Before, I would not even mention the names because I don't like them. Okay, and so she would drive from San Jose to the City 10,000 Buddhas. Okay, and it's just a drive on the weekend. And she realized that of all the preparation, she was so excited to be able to finally convince her family to let her go to the City 10,000 Buddhas. And she says, on the way there, and she was driving, all of a sudden there is like a dust storm that she could not even see the road. Just for a visit, couldn't even see the road. And she remembered Master YongHua teaching her. So what she did is she recited a Ta Chuto An Na Li Pi Shati Pi La Ba Shela Toli. That's what they practiced over there. And when she recited that, the dust storm went away. And she could continue driving. Okay? And that's a proof right there that there are karmic obstructions that will stop you from going to places that are beneficial to you. And therefore, you need to have help to remove the karmic obstructions. And reciting Buddha's name has the same function as well. Okay, it does it before even it happens. Okay, and so that's why the Pureland Dharma door is very complete. It has a lot of things that we need. Okay, but so we are a little. This temple here is a little. I call it mini Anyang, mini Anle, because the bliss you experience here, the peace you experience here, from Master I Am Peace, nowhere near the peace you will experience in the Western Bliss Pureland. Okay? And the bliss, of course, you'll be so happy when you get there. Okay? The happiness wells up inside of you. Okay? But here, I'm very pleased to come here. I'm happy I'm come here too. But I know it's a lot more peaceful, a lot more blissful in the Western Bliss Pureland. So here, I'm proud of the fact that we're also giving you a taste. It's like a wine tasting. You taste first and see, ooh, I like this. And let me have a bottle of that. You see, same thing. I want you to come. We hope the people will come to DTT and experience the I am peace and the bliss that you will experience when you're here and you practice with us. Okay, but also I was thinking about that as well. Also, the Western Bliss Pureland is known as An Yang. An Yang. An is peace. Yang is to nurture. Okay, so what happens? The concept here is that it's not just peace. And there's actually safety. He would not use the same name, the same word on different names. Different names convey different dharmas, different messages. So An Le is peace and bliss. An Yang is actually safety and nurturing concept, meaning that it's very dangerous here, folks. Okay, it is so dangerous. I heard stories of famous people, performers and so forth, at the age of 50, and mid-50s, and within very healthy, no problems at all, no health issues his entire life. And within 3 months, all of a sudden, he got sick, and within 3 months, he deteriorated and got worse and worse within 3 months, and died. That's how scary it is. You could die so quickly at very young age. Okay, so very little safety here. Okay, over there you'll be safe, you'll be protected. The reason you die here because it's from the illnesses. Okay, over there you'll be protected against illnesses. There will be no illnesses in the Western Bliss Pureland. So that's why it's safe for you to go there and you be safe. In contrast to the Saha world where we are not that safe here. That's our reality. Okay, it's funny how when people come to the temple, they want to hear only the good things. You don't want to hear the bad things. We are different. We want to tell you the realities and the challenges of life and how you can overcome them. Okay, and the health makes you more humble. And so it's not a safe country here. It's not a safe land here. That's why Amitabha says, I know that Shakyamuni Buddha decided to create a very dangerous place for young people. Okay, but for older people like us, we want more safety. You need more safety in order to be able to do our things longer term. Here is very short term. It's not supposed to last. Okay, it's very dangerous. Okay, so over there you have safety. An is safety. Yang is to nurture, meaning that the Buddha will nurture you like our parents nurtured us so that we got stronger, are able to fend for ourselves. Without that, we cannot fend ourselves. If we do not protect and nurture our children, our grandchildren, this is what happens, okay, right now in the world. The parents need to nurture the children. When the parents aren't around, the grandparents need to nurture the children. Uncles and aunts need to help nurture the nieces and nephews. Yeah? Okay. So that's why we need nurturing before we're able to take care of ourselves. Isn't it beautiful how thoughtful the two Buddhas are? Huh? They work together. Okay? So Amitabha Buddha will provide you safety and will nurture you so that you can, until you become a Buddha. And while you're there, you'll be peace. Guess where he's from? I am peace, that's where he's from. You experience peace, you experience bliss. And Chinese people, please check your references. I'm just making things up as I talk to you. So no one ever taught me about the difference between An Le and An Yang until this morning I thought about. So don't look at me like that, okay? I make things up. Sounds good, that's all. Yes, two.
Master, you mentioned this weekend that the Saha world is suffering, and we come here to suffer and plant blessings and improve our samadhi. So what kind of things we improve in the Pureland as part of the nurturing? Because we need to get to, we nurtured and get to a certain point before we come back to the Saha world, right?
Okay. I'm glad you asked that. There's a difference between An Yang here and An Yang over there. Okay? An here, we need to provide protection for you again, because when you practice, you need a lot of protection, a lot more than you realize. I noticed the people who left, for example, our association, our group, our temples, they're not making progress, actually regressing, because they do not get the protection they needed. They're needing to continue. It's very difficult, okay? When you have some skills, you emit light. When you have samadhi, once you have, for example, second dhyana on, you emit light. Okay? I look around here, all of you are above second dhyana, so you're emitting lights like crazy. So the demon kings notice that. The higher level samadhi, the brighter your light. So you become more and more noticeable, and they watch you 24 hours a day to try to stop you from running away. Okay? I'm not going to go into that for now. Okay? Today, not enough time. But without protection, they will come and distract you, afflict you, and stop you from cultivating. Okay, so you need the safety right there. Remember the performer who at his mid-50s, who died within 3 months with no symptoms at all, no previous symptoms at all, or no previous problems at all. And so not a drug user even. Okay, and so you need a lot of protection, a lot more than you realize. And even the people who have some skills, our ex-disciples had some skills who left. I look at them, just curious, look at them. They're regressing because they could not find the protection they need to maintain it, let alone making progress. Okay, so the protection is very important. That's similar here. And when you go over to the Western Bliss Pure Land, of course, with Amitabha's protection, no one can stop you. Okay? Same thing here. You come here. I am peace will protect you. If something goes wrong, don't call me, call him. Okay? We understand each other? Okay, don't give out my phone numbers. Give his phone number. All right. And nurturing. Nurturing nurturing invokes the image of a parent or guardian nurturing someone who's weak and incapable of taking care of himself or herself. But actually, it's not physical. The nurturing here refers to the nurturing of what? The hint is not physical. What do you need help with nurturing? Anyone. YongHua, what do you need help with nurturing in the Western Bliss Pure Land?
A-di-đà Phật.
You better know these things because I'm preparing you. When you go there, Amitabha Buddha will give you quizzes. You know, I want you to do well in these quizzes. Yeah? What are you nurturing?
Dạ thưa con nghĩ rằng về tại nơi đây cũng như là tại Cực Lạc đó thì mình cần phải được nuôi dưỡng Bồ Đề tâm để có thể mà thành tựu Phật đạo.
Emitofuo, Master, I think that over here, even over here or Western Bliss Pure Land, we need to nurture our body mind in order to accomplish the Buddhahood.
Okay. You need to nurture the goodness in your heart. I don't know how devils and evil side, they train the people. And our side, the good side, we want to help you nurture the goodness in your heart and make it grow so that your heart gets bigger and filled with goodness until it bursts and you become a Buddha. And then you have no more heart. Never mind. Okay? It's very important. In the Western Bliss Pure Land, you need to nurture your goodness as well. But the difference between Anyang, Guo, over there, the place in the Western Bliss Pure Land, and here, is that there's a small difference. We can call ourselves Anyang, mini Anyang, but it's not the same. Why is it not the same? Master says, you better be prepared for these quizzes. Okay? They're going to come and ask you. So you're a mini Anyang. So what's the difference? Why aren't you the real Anyang? Okay? No matter how hard we try, we'll never be the real Anyang. Why is that? Remember, we're here to prepare ourselves to go to Anyang. Yeah? So that's why we're getting prepped, we're getting drills, how to be there, how to get to fit in. So the difference between here and the real Anyang is that you are the difference. You are so afflicted. Over there, they're not afflicted at all. There's no greed, no anger, no stupidity. They don't do stupid things. They don't do angry things. If they're angry at you, they don't stab in your back. Do they? They don't try to harm you, do they? Not in a Western bliss Pure Land. Here, if you afflict people, watch out. And that's the difference. Difference is that don't come to my temple and say, how come your disciples are supposed to be advanced, but they still are so afflicted? Because this is mini Anyang, they're supposed to get afflicted. Okay? Doesn't matter. Up there, over there, they may be low level, but they don't get afflicted. There's no greed, anger, stupidity to worry about, so therefore they don't get afflicted. You too.
There's a question from Venerable Xian Emitofuo Master.
He's awake?
Venerable XS2.
I know. He's awake? What time is it? Excuse me. I lost my phone I left my phone in I will not mention names because then it's safety reasons.
Yes.
So I can't check the time here.
It's 2:20 a.m.
What? 2:20 a.m.? Okay. XS2, go ahead.
So the question is, do relics also provide protection for the practice?
Yes, because the relics have their own protectors. When you come to mini Anyang, you have protection from the relics, you have protection from I am peace protectors and all those people. Okay? Hey. Was that the answer? That's it? Yes, of course, you get protection from relics as well. But the protection from the relics is primarily to protect the relics, not to protect you. Very much like we ask the police patrol to drive around here, for example, if there's a need be. So it's to protect the entire neighborhood, not just for ourselves. All right? So it doesn't protect us against troublemakers inside. All right. And so the difference is that this is great grounds to prepare us to go to the Anyang war, to that country, because we're learning about the Dharma and we're getting drills. You are the drills because you are so afflicted. And that's why the rest of us are testing each other out. Right, boy? See? He ignores me. I don't get afflicted, do I? Okay? And why is that? This is why it's so nice, because when you learn something, the two things, right? When you go to school, you learn first about the theory, yeah? And then what happens next? You get quizzes, you get tests. For you to demonstrate that you understand, you mastered the materials, yeah? So you cannot learn. The learning is not complete until you get tested, until you pass the test. And that's the difference between the Great Assembly Dharma we practice here, or Mahayana practice here, versus the Hinayana in all the temples. Hinayana, Mahayana temples, or Hinayana temples. Because here, okay, you have plenty of chances to, you get tested plenty. Let me put it that way. Okay? And why is it important? But as you test there, it helps you increase, develop the goodness in your heart. If you fail, you run away, you get afflicted, and say, this is not a good temple. He's not peace, he's actually afflicted. Okay? And so you will run away because you fail the test. All right? No passing grade for you, you run away. Okay? And so that's why at our temples, we have tests. You undergo a lot of tests. There will be people, lay people, sanghas will test you. Small tests, big tests, and so forth. Okay, so that you have a chance to really develop the goodness in your heart. And I'm very proud to tell you. I observed here, people here in our temples here. I noticed that some of them went through pretty severe tests. I'm very proud that they passed. I was waiting to see who's going to leave. Okay, I thought some of them would leave, and the people who didn't leave, what I'm proud about, that I'm very happy about it, is that they never opened their mouth and badmouth the Sangha at all. You people understand the lesson. You never badmouth the Sangha. No matter how bad they are, you never badmouth the Sangha. You never criticize the Sangha. Because when you do that, you're only hurting yourself, let me assure you. And apparently, my disciples got the message, and the one who left didn't get the message. Okay? The test is that, the nature of the test is that when you are hurt, when you're treated unfairly, will you badmouth the Sangha? Will you retaliate? Okay? And there will be plenty of tests like that the rest of the way. Okay? And unless you meet those tests, take those tests, what you learn is basically unproven. Goodness in your heart is when you are treated wrongly, you are harmed. Do you retaliate? Okay? This will prepare you to go to the Pureland. All right? Questions and comments? So kudos, I'm very pleased that I'm so proud that My disciples who had to undergo these tests, tough tests, passed with flying colors. Yes, 4.
Thank you, Master. We're so afflicted down here and somehow we're stupidity and also and how come when you go to Pureland, none of that disappear?
They don't disappear. They're just, there's an absence of these 3 poisons. People, there's no need for them to be greedy. Why are you greedy here? Because you feel like you need so much. You need more money, you need more attention, you need more love, you need more friendships, you need to be more appreciated, and so forth. Over there, you're never lacking those things. Buddha takes care of you. There's nothing lacking at all. And they don't even have designer clothes. Everyone wears designer clothes. So it's no need to call it designer clothes, they call it clothes. Okay? And so there's no greed. There's no anger. The anger is because you're not getting what you want. Okay? Everything over there, whatever you want, you get it. Anger that never arises. And stupidity is not an issue because the Buddha is constantly whispering in your ears. He's speaking Dharma to you constantly. When you're about to do something stupid, all of a sudden there's a voice in your ears that don't do that. You know that is breaking the precepts. And that's why you don't do anything stupid. Okay? So that's why it's no suffering there. So you'll never suffer and you will progress naturally and eventually become a Buddha. The contrast between here is that here, like in our mini anyang, you test it. I'm going to stab you in the back. What are you going to do? I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to, brutalize you. I'm going to traumatize you. What are you going to do? Some of the tests are pretty bad. Okay? Yeah. But the difference is that this is ideal for you. You go to the Western Bliss Pureland, it takes you forever to make it, okay, to become a Buddha. But if you hear, when you hear, the tests are much harder, and you pass those tests, you improve a lot faster. Over there, the progress is very steady. Okay? Over here, it's leaps. If you pass a test, that's when you can leap. So that's why I admit to you, every now and then I look around and say, I don't see any evil people anymore. Lord, send me a few. Otherwise, your progress is too slow. I'm too old to wait for you. Like Emitofuo Buddha, he lives forever. Okay? So he can wait. He basically tells all of us, take your time, I'll be here. Okay? No need to hurry. Don't get afflicted. Don't be greedy. I'll be here. Okay? But here we don't have a whole lot of time. So that's why it's a difference. Okay? So meeting anyang is not as peaceful, it's not as blissful, it's not as safe, it's not as nurturing, because MPs at times I noticed he lost his temper. Okay? Yeah. Am I right? Okay. And so, but because we are, but the goal is the same. Okay? It's harder and it's more difficult for you, but it will nurture the goodness in your heart and a lot faster. That's the difference. You don't have a lot of chances, don't have a lot of time, but if you make it, you can leap. Over there, you progress steadily. This is what they don't explain to you. There's a difference. We are working in conjunction. Okay? For the weak ones, the ones who don't have the chance to cultivate, who do not believe in cultivation, I said, especially you Vietnamese people, you say, I made it to the United States. It's a land of blessings. I'm going to enjoy myself. And never mind about suffering. Suffering is for Vietnam, for, your country. Okay? Gaza. How's that? So I'm here. So for me to tell them, cross your legs and do the leg pains, he said, seriously? You all run away. Look at her. See, I rest my case. You see, so you are so against, you're so afraid to suffer. This is a mindset in our world, our galaxy, our Buddhaland. Whereas over there, it's totally different. Okay, and so here we are so against hardship and suffering. Yeah, and so those who are able to overcome those obstructions will make progress a lot quicker. That's why it's both. The reason that the people who are too busy to cultivate, have better things to do, and have no inclination to cultivate is I suffered for my entire life already. Okay, now I made it here to the United States. You want me to cross my legs and torture myself? Okay, no way. So then, in that case, then we highly recommend they go to the Pureland, where Amitabha Buddha would teach them, bring to them a point where they have samadhi enough so that when it's time, Amitabha Buddha will send them back here. And they meet people like me, and who tells them, cross your legs, say, okay. So the two different kinds of people we notice at our temples. The ones who first come to the temple, and we tell them to cross their legs, and they say, it hurts, right? Yeah, it hurts. But it's good for you. We say, okay, because they have the blessings from there already. You see, they're not afraid anymore. You don't have enough blessings, you're better off going there first. But when you're strong enough, Amitabha Buddha will send you back. This is just between us. Don't tell the rest of the world, okay? Let the Asians believe whatever they want to believe. This is top secret. Because when you reach a certain level, Amitabha Buddha will send you back here to speed you up. He basically says, son, I need vacation time. I tell you what, let me send you back to Shakyamuni Buddha for him to take care of you for 50 years, which is about 1 or 2 days over there. Okay? Even less. Maybe 5 minutes. Okay? And so you'll be sent here, and you encounter the Dharma and say, wow, this sounds familiar, because I heard of it before. I got trained over there before, so it doesn't scare me anymore. Okay? And that's the difference. We're working, the two Buddhas are working in conjunction. This is a secret that the Pure Land teachers here haven't revealed to you yet. I'm surprised that Master YongHua never have a chance to reveal it to you, because he's from the Pure Land himself. Okay? See? All right? So that's why. Again, those of you who abhor leg pains should definitely make sure, do everything possible to go to Pure Land. Okay? Because you'll never have to worry about leg pains ever again. Okay? You have any fear at all, go to the Pure Land. Amitabha Buddha will get rid of that, help you get rid of it. Okay? Any other questions? Yes, Wei Mao. You didn't know that. You think that's why the Asian practitioners and teachers who says, I'm vowed to go to Western Buddhist Pure Land and never come back. They don't know what they're talking about. I assure you. Too many of them were sent back by Amitabha Buddha on purpose. So don't worry making vows, I'll be here forever, I'll never go to Western Buddhist Pure Land to save people, or I'm here to do the Bodhisattva work. It's not true. You will not be sent back here from there until you're ready, until you're strong enough to take it, to take the suffering in a Saha world. No suffering in a Saha world can bother you, depending on your level. Okay? Wei Bao.
Thank you, Master. For those who sent to here by Amitabha Buddha, when they're done with their life, do they automatically go back to the Pure Land?
No.
Or do you have to go through the hell,
Good question. It depends. Sometimes Amitabha Buddha says, hey, you're too much for Western Bliss Pure Land. Just go away. Run away. It's just like us here. You look at some people and say, you should run away. Okay? It's interesting. They work together, folks. It's not like, think about it. It's just like, logically think about it. Think about it. Your neighbors, never mind about the Buddhas, let's talk about us. Your neighbors. When the cat died, ever happened? What if they take the cat's body and throw it over to your house? How would you feel? Right? You say, not in my backyard. Careful. Okay? Same thing. If we have all these troublemakers, Xin, Ray, and so forth, they're all troublemakers. And what we do is Shakyamuni Buddha says, you are so much trouble. I tell you what, you don't even need to recite the Buddha's name. I send you to Amitabha Buddha's land myself. It's like throwing the dead cat over to your neighbors. How would Amitabha Buddha feel? Think about it. I'm sure he's not afflicted, but he won't. He says, this is how you look at me? This is how you treat me? I thought we were buddies. You see? So they work hand in hand. This is what the Pure Land, Asian Pure Land teachers never revealed to you. There's a master plan. There is entendre, French for there's an understanding between the two Buddhas, who says, "Will you take this?" And Amitabha Buddha looks at Lloyd, and says, "Yeah, I take him." Okay, and then they ask, "How about Ray Zhuang? Will you take him?" Amitabha Buddha says, "No, he's too attached to his wife. Keep him here." So they negotiate back and forth. Mind you, you didn't know? It's an understanding between two of them. Will you take him? I said, "Okay." You see that? And when he says, "Okay," then they send her to DTT to prepare her to go to the Pureland. Got that? Isn't it beautiful? This is top secret. Don't tell the Asians. The Asians believe they understand the Pureland Dharma door. They don't know the half of it. We do know, you see. Okay? All right, you stop here. Thank you all. Okay, edit out this section here. This is top secret. Subscription model, huh? Only the people who subscribe for $1, they can access this.